You're watching East Tennessee weather. Weather when you want it.
And I would say carpe diem this morning. Why? Seize the day, my friends. It's going to be an absolutely beautiful day. Now, I say seize the day because, well, we're talking about the hottest weather on the way. That real summertime heat is going to be building its way into East Tennessee. That's a live look there in Gatlinburg this morning. Good morning, Sevier County in Gatlinburg. Got the tram heading up to Ober. And they've really been doing a lot of construction up at Ober, and the hustle and bustle of the morning is underway. Let's say good morning to Union County. That's a live look there from Maynardville on top of the Union County Courthouse. And the city building there, beautiful. Don't have the fog here this morning to get the day started. And talk about gorgeous. I mean, you know, we do live in an amazing place. Our Smoky Mountains are just mind-blowing. Now, I'm from the Rockies. I'm from Colorado. I get it. The Rockies have their own beauty, but the Smokies do too, and that is a gorgeous one. Love the little different layers that you see off in the distance. So, good day to get up and do some hiking, biking. If you want to do a little bit of running or jogging this morning, is going to be a perfect morning to do so as well. Or maybe you want to hit the lakes. Now, today's going to be a good day for Lake Day, although the drier air is going to make it feel a little bit cooler as you get out of the water. Now, I say that, but this weekend, basically starting Wednesday through Sunday, are going to be the best days for lake days because it's going to be a toasty one. That's Fox Road Marina, by the way. And a live look there from the East Tennessee weather camera and a nice, sunny, quiet, calm start to the day. So how's it going this morning? Everybody doing all right? We are talking about the hottest weather of the season set to arrive as we, head through the rest of the week. Anybody ready for this summertime heat? I think not. But here it is, the first 90s, and we're also talking about heat index values pushing close to 100 south of Interstate 40 and mainly on Sunday. That's the kind of heat I'm talking about. Did I just say 100 degrees? Did I just say that? I think the Gremlins said that. Let's get to work with the forecast. We'll start you off again up at Klingman's Dome here, show you a view of what it looks like in Klingman's Dome. And gorgeous views there up on top of the Smokies. It's currently 47 degrees. You want to beat the heat, summertime heat, you got to go up in elevation. And so as we get into the weekend, take a hike. Go up to Klingman's Dome. Listen, it's in our own backyard. There's a lot of things that we don't do in our own backyard. Guilty as charged. Because you don't want to have to deal with the traffic up in the mountains, but again, there's other locations to head up into the mountains and get access to some cooler air. And if you want to beat the humidity as well. Listen, the skies are nice and crystal clear this morning, but they will become rather hazy as that humidity really starts to pick up across the area. Live look there in Look Rock. It's currently 57 degrees and a nice quiet start to the day. All right, let's get to work with the forecast here. As we jump over to the weather wall, we're doing things a little differently lately, so I'll catch up on chat here in just a moment. But temperatures are still trending about or maybe even a couple of degrees cooler than what we were yesterday morning. Wait, I thought you said the heat was building, Mike. It is. It's coming our way. That's why I say enjoy the day today. Temperatures right now in the 50s, a couple pockets of 60s out there, but super comfortable. And with the clear skies, it just makes it feel amazing. Now, we do have a little bit of fog showing up against the higher elevations, the mountains of East Tennessee and North Carolina, but that's about the extent of it so far this morning. I don't think we're going to see a whole lot. So let's talk numbers. Yesterday, we were again below average in most locations, in all locations actually, officially at where we take the readings. McGee-Tyson Airport, Cumberland County, Chattanooga, Tri-Cities, we made it into the mid to upper 70s and low 80s. Chattanooga made it to 85. And again, Chattanooga, listen, you could be having the heat index values on Sunday near 100 and record highs. The record is 97. Just throwing it out there. All right, so your weather headlines. Enjoy the day. How many times am I going to say that? I'm going to say it a million more times because today's the day to do it. Because we'll be stuck inside going, oh, it's so hot. Have you had your air conditioner serviced yet? Have you changed the filters so it runs efficiently? I say these things to you because these are things that I need to do. Starting tomorrow, the heat and humidity begin just starting to build its way on in. The rest of the week, high pressure brings us more heat and humidity. Saturday, it's going to be hotter with some slightly drier air. Sunday is going to be hotter with more humidity. And that's why Sunday, I think, is going to be the day that we, well, head to the lake. Anybody want to go to the lake? Who's got a boat? Let's go. So today's dew points are going to be in the mid-50s. A little bit higher than what we were, say, yesterday, okay? Or even the day before. So they've gradually climbed up. But we're still in the 50s for dew points, so that still makes it feel, well, a little bit more comfortable. That still is going to give us the blue skies, the nice crystal clear blue skies. But once our dew points get a little bit higher, those skies will look hazy. That summertime feel. Hey, lunchtime, who wants to go to lunch? Anybody want to go to lunch? Grab a patio, cold beverage. Enjoy lunch outside while you can. Because as I mentioned, the heat and humidity build, and we're going to be sweating outside. Mow the yard. Do outdoor chores today. Today's the day to do anything outside. If you have to lay mulch, pick weeds, tend to your garden. Today is going to be the day to do it. Temperatures this afternoon, upper 70s to low 80s. So again, at or slightly below average weather with lower humidity. I'm away from my computer. I can't even somebody push the applause button for me. Will you? Just reach over through the computer, push the applause button. This evening's going to be great as well. If you love a fire pit night, me, tonight's going to be a night to do it. Kids are out of school, let them stay up a little later, go outside, eat dinner outside, especially if you have some shade. I'm telling you, mark my words. You're not going to like the end of the week or weekend when we're talking heat and humidity, when we're talking summertime temperatures. Dew points go from the 50s today to near 60 tomorrow, stair-stepping our way up, mid to upper 60s, maybe even some low 70s. So we're talking about some abundant Gulf tropical moisture moving its way through. Not nearly as bad as what it's going to be across the Great Plains and Mississippi River Valley in the deep south, Florida. They're baking in the humidity right now. We've got a ton of tropical moisture down in the Gulf of Mexico. You're like, well, yeah, I know, Witcher. We always do. No, this is excessive. We've had heat advisories and excessive heat watches over into the Lesser Antilles, the Caribbean, recently. Why? I've been tracking that. Well, I used to do tropical weather, by the way, with Weather Nation, but no, because we're heading to St. John, remember, on Friday, which, by the way, a side note, remind me in the chat here in a second, but we won't be doing Wake Up with Witcher on Friday. My flight leaves at 7 o'clock in the morning. So Wake Up with Witcher will be canceled Friday. But anyways, I digress. Dew points come on up, and that's the amount of moisture in the atmosphere. The more moisture you have in the atmosphere, the hotter it feels. Why? Because when we sweat, we don't have the dry air to evaporate the sweat. That's how the body cools off, right? We sweat, it evaporates off, it keeps our core temperatures cooler. So something to keep in mind if you work outside as we wrap up the week and head into the weekend. We're not acclimated to this heat yet. High pressure shifts off. This is Thursday. High pressure is going to be moving its way across the state and then shift to the southeastern coastline and kind of anchor up, set up shop. And that puts us on the western side, so that pumps in a lot of that Gulf moisture. So we're going to get the fetch of moisture coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. Now, there's a cold front. That's our Friday, Saturday cold front. That's what's going to bring us a little bit, just a skosh of relief on Saturday. Now, the temperatures are going to continue to climb because we've got a big ridge of high pressure to our west, and that's going to be shifting in overhead. So high pressure at the surface is going to pump in the Gulf moisture, or it draws in the cooler, drier air from the north. High pressure aloft, we're looking at about 15 to 18,000 feet in elevation. As it moves through, it brings sinking air. High pressure brings sinking air, low pressure brings rising air, okay? With the sinking air, it compresses. When you compress air, you have this column of air, you compress it, it warms. That's why our temperatures go up, okay? Just think about pumping up a bike tire as fast as you can. What happens to the tire? It gets hot because you take all those molecules and go, and they're fast-moving molecules, and they're in a tighter space, and so they heat up because they're bouncing off each other a lot more rather than it being a lot more open. So high pressure brings us sinking air and the hotter weather. So let's talk heat index values for a second. This is Thursday. What you're looking at with the color coding, 90 degrees or hotter, okay? And notice the valley. The plateau and the mountains in upper East Tennessee likely not to have the extreme heat that, say, the central and southern valley will. But we start this process on Thursday. Watch how this fills in on into our Friday. Okay, but notice the heat index dropped to our north. That's that frontal boundary. That's that drier air. Watch as we get into Saturday. That just goes a little bit further south, okay? So if you're heading to Kentucky, we're not going to have the extreme heat index values. But if you're staying here locally, look at these temperatures. This is Saturday. Mid to upper 90s for heat index values. Some low 100s across the deep south. Just baking. That's Saturday. Watch Sunday. So there's that drier air. Sunday, we're going to get that really big push of Gulf moisture over across the Mississippi River Valley. They're going to have heat index values pushing 100 degrees. But we will as well because we're going to get that fetch of moisture. And I would say Sunday, the Cumberland Plateau, you're likely to be dealing with some heat index values. It's just across the highest peaks of the Smokies right there that you'll get away from the humidity a little bit because it's in the low levels, and you'll get away from those 90s. Just expect 70s and low 80s, but a little bit more comfortable. Anybody want to go hike Mount LeConte? Anybody? My wife and I used to do that every year. Mainly for the exercise. I take that back. Mainly for the shirt, but of course for the adventure and the exercise as well. Because they change the shirts every single year. So we'd always go up there with our money. All right, so we're rain-free. This is the other side of the story. Now we're going to stay rain-free for the most part. Now, we were talking about Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, maybe some pop-up showers and thunderstorms, and we may see that Sunday and Monday. But when you have sinking air, it limits the rising air from coming up, even if we heat up the atmosphere. So I would say the best locations for seeing any pop-up showers and thunderstorms as it stands right now, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, would be across the highest elevation. So you'll see the clouds starting to build across the mountains as we get into the upcoming weekend because they heat up faster and sooner than we do. When you broad brush the rainfall forecast over the next 5 to 7 days, we are, again, basically staying rain-free. Now, we'll get a little bit more rain across the Gulf Coast states as we get into our Sunday, Monday time frame. But other than that, we're going to stay high and dry. That big bubble of no trouble. But it may create some trouble because it's a little bit of a heat wave, if you will. Look at these temps. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, low to mid 90s. Those are just air temperatures. Again, dew points will climb into the mid to upper 60s and low 70s. That's why our heat index values will be in the mid to upper 90s, pushing close to 100 degrees. Not to mention, now here's a good thing about the humidity and the heat. Our swimming pools. If you don't have a heater in your swimming pool and you have a neighborhood pool, you have a pool in your backyard, these higher dew points, higher morning low temperatures will help to warm things up just a little bit more, slowly but surely. So stay on top of the weather situation. Track it with the East Tennessee Weather app. If you're new to Wake Up with Witcher, welcome. By the way, welcome to the program. We've now got your forecast. We'll get traffic, and we'll go chat with everybody here in just a moment. But again, download the East Tennessee Weather app. It's 100% free. Just go to the Google Play Store or the App Store and search East TN Weather, all one word. All right. And by the way, don't forget, coming up tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, my friends, I think I have a drum roll. I do. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. I have one somewhere. There it is. No, that's not it. Here we go. Here we go. Tomorrow night, Yeehaw Brewing Company presents WDVX Summer Nights Americana and Bluegrass Summer Concert Series. It's going to be once a month on Wednesday nights. Tomorrow night is the night. I will be broadcasting live from Yeehaw just before the show. The show starts at 7 o'clock. But if you have nothing to do and you're looking for something to do and you love live music, you love entertainment, they've got good food. If you've never had their chicken there, it is amazing chicken if you like spicy. But it's going to be a great night and a perfect night. Why is tomorrow night going to be even a better night or a perfect night for it? Because it's not going to be as humid. It's not going to be as hot. So again, join me tomorrow night if you'd like to come say hi and listen to some Americana and bluegrass music. All right, my friends, everybody doing good? I think we went off without a hitch so far this morning. Ooh, better knock on wood. Better knock on wood. All right, let's say hi to everyone and see what everyone is doing this morning. Glad you could join us this morning. Of course, got the usual saying good morning, have a blessed day. Any questions out there? Brian's asking about my eyes. They're getting better and better. When I first come in the morning, I have to put a bunch of ointment in my eyes at nighttime that I have to do for 2 weeks, so they're still kind of bleh. So I still got the readers. But this visual has improved, Brian. Yay! As I mentioned earlier, The doc said, listen, all my 2 to 3 week patients are like, I don't know, doc, maybe I shouldn't have done this. That's where I was. She goes, all my 3-monthers come back. The best thing I've ever done. Remember, I still have 2 more months for these things to really continue to settle, for the inflammation to go away, and for my vision to be what it will be. So where's that going to end up? I don't know, but I can see much better. So thanks, Brian, for asking. And, it's still a little blurry on the screen, but I can read it. Good morning, Laura. Saw Laura at the swimming pool the other day. It was nice to see you. And, of course, her mom, Layla, who joins on the program as well, came out and said hi to us. We're missing some folks. I guess we're missing some folks this morning. That's okay. Let's take a look at those T-Dot SmartWay cameras here for just a moment and check in on the roadways. I don't think we have probably any issues here to speak of, and we don't. All right, so let's take a look there. Let's go to 275. We never go to 275. 275 and Tennessee Avenue. Look at all the sunshine out there. Grab the sunglasses. The sun glare is brutal, but wonderful for sure. Coming to downtown Knoxville, and anybody traveling in and around downtown, look at that sun glare. That's the kind of sun glare I'm talking about. That will get you, won't it? That'll get you. So no issues on the roads, no traffic accidents, smooth sailing. So good news to pass along here this morning. All right, let's see. Bring the family to the pool. Well, they're still in school, Kat. They are still in school. Yes, they are doing summer camp school through Knox County. Otherwise, we would. And yesterday was like busy clean day because Janelle's parents, actually, they're driving across country. They're currently, last night, I think they stopped somewhere in Kansas. I think we're in Kansas. Kansas all looks the same, so I think they were in Kansas. But they stopped yesterday. They're driving a U-Haul out. And if you've not heard this story, I'll tell you again. But they are like cleaning their house. And my wife has a bunch of personal boxes, growing up boxes. So they rented a U-Haul. They're driving across the country. And they're bringing out, I think my wife has 14 boxes. They reached out to my mom and said, hey, Mom, hey, Barb, you got any boxes for little Mike there? She goes, actually, I do. I think she has a couple more that she couldn't get to in the garage, but I've got a couple. My mom was going to tell me about them, and I said, don't tell me what's in these boxes. This is going to be like the best Christmas ever. Can't wait to open it and just go down childhood memory lane. And maybe it's a couple boxes that I'm like, Mom, why did you keep these around for so long? It's just trash. Probably going to be the case. But we'll see. The ones I really want are the Garbage Pail Kids and my baseball cards. Those are the ones I really, really want. So I don't know if those are in the boxes or not, but we will soon find out. And I want to get off to the lakes. We got a couple paddle boards. We can be on the lake in a second, but I go to the eye doctor again today, so I'll keep you posted tomorrow on how this all plays out. Hopefully I can get into the water soon. Listen, we're going to St. John on Friday, right? And I'm super pumped to do so. Everything's, so far, everything's ready to go. And so the goal is to be broadcasting live from St. John for Wake Up with Witcher on Monday and Tuesday, and I think Wednesday morning. Friday, so this coming Friday, my flight leaves out of McGee Tyson Airport at 7 o'clock in the morning. So we won't be doing Wake Up with the Witcher, but I will have the East Tennessee weather platform all updated for you. And again, just to give me a little break, if for some reason we don't have power and don't have internet or can't get the internet working, I will shut down everything that I've recorded for your daily weather updates, and I'll try to post as much as I possibly can on social media, depending on what we have going on. But I've got some internet that I'm going to be taking with me just to be on the safe side. So hopefully the goal is to be able to sit right there right there next to the pool where we're staying that looks over the coast, because where we're staying actually looks amazing through pictures, of course. And so hopefully you'll have this awesome, beautiful backdrop. That would be the goal. We'll see how it all plays out. Oh, I know, Chris. I'm so sorry, bud. I'm so sorry. Good morning, Michelle. How are we doing this morning? How's business going? Hopefully business is going well in South Knoxville. Oh, okay. So Laura's got Dodgers softball tournament is in Cleveland that day. It's going to be so hot. It is going to be so hot. But I will say, Laura, remember we got that cold front coming through. So Saturday will be better than Sunday for two reasons. A, it won't be as hot on Saturday by like a few degrees, but who's counting, right? It's going to be a little bit cooler on Saturday than Sunday, but also the humidity is going to get knocked down just a skosh on Saturday, I think, as this cold front comes on through. Just a skosh. But I think now you're just like, what's the phrase go? You're just like, I'm just picking apart the forecast because really it's just going to be hot. Just going to be hot. But good luck. It's Aaliyah, right? I think it's Aaliyah. So good luck to Aaliyah. Let's see what else we got going on here. What is that, Tom? Hope nobody's in little orange robes burst into flames this week. What? What you saying there, dude? By the way, we added the new Witcher Weather Watcher yesterday. So Andrew, welcome. I don't think Andrew's on here this morning, but welcome to the program. Welcome to the Witcher's Weather Watchers. I think we're up to 33 of them now and growing every single day. So if you've ever wanted to take the course with the National Weather Service and become a storm spotter with the Skywarn Storm Spotter program, and then ultimately become a Witcher Weather Watcher, let me know. Hit me up, Mike at easttnweather.com, and I will let you know how to take the course. I'm doing fantastic, Krista. Thanks for asking. I'm doing great. Will the summer heat beat 2012? How many days in a row, Buck? How many days in a row did we actually have that? Do you remember? I do. My nephew was in town. We went to Dollywood that day. Came back to broken air conditioners and 2 dogs panting in the house because the inside of our house was like 92 degrees. Had to go to, I think I went to Walmart, picked up an in-window air conditioner, like one of the last ones they had, and literally all of us had to sleep in this little tiny, 12 by 12 bedroom because that's the only place that we could cool the house down until we got the AC fixed. But let me know, how many days in a row did we have that 105-degree temperature reading? It was hot, wasn't it? Let's hope the summer does not turn out to be like it was in 2012. 105 degrees. Now, again, the reason why we don't typically hit 105 degrees most summers, it's not because it's not hot. It's because we have a lot more moisture in the atmosphere. Dry air heats up and cools down faster than moist air. So the more humidity you have, yes, your heat index values are going to be pushing 105 or so, but that's heat index value. That's not air temperature. I'd rather have it be 105 degrees like Arizona and be totally bone dry because at least your body can cool down. Yes, it feels like you're baking in like a dry sauna, if you will. But at least you can like cool down. You get in the water, you jump out, you get cold for a second, and it gets chilly. That's what I said about Colorado. Colorado's so dry in the summertime, we get to 100 degrees a lot of the days of the summer. But going swimming in the swimming pool, it's kind of fun because you get out and you're like, whoa, you freeze for like 3 minutes as that water evaporates off your skin and cools your body down. Good morning, Jesse. How are you this morning? Ooh, there we go. That sounds good. Melissa says she's ready for a bike ride. Today's going to be the day to do it, Melissa. Saturday, Sunday, maybe not so much. I think so, Kimberly. I mean, listen, if this is what I got, this is what I have to deal with right now, I think I can live with that. So that's the hopes. Oh, man, let's see. Tom says the smokers are going to be dropped off for catering and preparing the lunch for UT Medical Center in Halls with a handcrafted burgers, hot dogs, loaded fries, all with all the fresh fries from 11 to 2. Tom, do you have any events here this weekend? If you do, I don't know how you guys stay with the food trucks. I don't know how you stay cool in the summertime. What do you do? Do you have a giant air conditioner? I mean, it's hot in there. You're cooking. It's a small kitchen. And when it's like 90 degrees outside with 100% humidity, yeah. Stay safe, my friend, and hydrate. Hydrate, Tom. Hydrate, Tom. I think I'm over the hump, Jerry. I am trying to be as patient as I can, but man, this is a lot more. It's a lot more than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, this morning it's Christy. It's great. Doesn't it feel great outside? Go take a nice little walk this morning, get some exercise, enjoy it. Ooh, there you go. Now, listen, if you got to wash your cars, maybe do it this weekend when it's hot and muggy because then you can get wet and it doesn't matter. But I would try to find some swimming pools and all those things. Blinded by the light, huh, Buck? Sunglasses and sunscreen, golf day. Ooh, nice. Golf day for you, huh? That's going to be fun. Do it today. It's going to be sweaty. Remember, tomorrow's Krista. Join us tomorrow, Krista. Big old 4-0. How you feeling? Are you feeling okay? 40 didn't hit me as hard as 30 did. I don't know why. But I would imagine 50 is not going to be a fun one. And that just sounds like a big number. But then again, my kids think I'm old, and I don't feel old. But remember when we looked at our our parents when they turned? I remember when my mom turned 40. I was like, "Ooh, you old, ma." Now look at me. I'm past that. 7 years past that. Yay, Tammy! Got her shirts yesterday. Hopefully you like them. Sorry I didn't. I'm out of some of the Heather Blues. I'm out of some of the Heather Blues. So hopefully you like the ones I gave you, Tammy. I know I didn't have the blues with me, but I'll try to get some of those ordered here real soon. I will definitely share maybe I'll share what's in the boxes. I don't know. Childhood stuff. It's probably trophies and ribbons. I actually have inside, I do have like some of my, I bet it's a bunch of trophies from growing up. I do have inside some of all my Boy Scout stuff, all my Eagle Scout stuff, my Eagle trophies. I do have my Pinewood Derby cars. And I also have all of my patches and pins from playing soccer. So I played soccer my entire life. And at some of these big tournaments and stuff like that, we'd trade patches and we would trade pins. And I used to collect them all. And so I still have all my pins and all my patches. I was actually showing my kids that not too long ago. So pretty cool to see that. I don't know if soccer kids do that anymore, if they trade all the patches and stuff. But I still have that. So it'd be great. Hey, Brian, thanks so much. I appreciate it. I'm excited. I'm ready. This is the goal of East Tennessee Weather, to be able to take weather on the road. And so I'm super pumped to be able to take weather on the road as long as it works. Now, I think if I was staying in the continental U.S., it would probably work okay. It will work okay because I'm going to be at my brother's on the 19th going through the 23rd. We'll be broadcasting from Denver, Colorado. But he's got, good internet and this, that, and the other. And so we'll see. Only time will tell. But I hope to be able to join you during the morning hours. Yeah, rough life it is. 40th birthday for Heather Wallaga. That's why we're going to St. John. And then Denver for my dad. Actually, my dad turned 79. I thought it was his 80th. 79th birthday. We are taking him to the Stones. And Buck, you missed it the one day, I think. Do you know who's opening up for the Stones in Denver? Do you know who this is? Don't go Google it. Just throw a guess on there. I'd say it's probably one of your favorite bands, and we've met at that show before. Oh, I know. Maybe we'll just open it up on the broadcast. No, I'll open it up, but I'll see what's in there and I'll share it on the broadcast. Hey, Bobby, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining us this morning. Uh-oh, folks. Uh-oh. We're going to take a break from the chat for a second. That was really for the kids heading off to school. Kids are heading off to school. All right, so this morning's National Calendar Day. All right, we got some good ones. National Forklift Safety Day. My dad owned a business. Little side note, my dad owned a business, and they used to called Chemo Clean. They were a pressure washing company in Denver, and they had this big warehouse. And I remember growing up as a kid, they had forklifts. And this was the 80s, so safety was not top priority in the 80s. We kind of did what we wanted to do. But my brothers and I would take turns lifting each other up as high as that forklift would go. What? I don't know if I'd let my kids do that these days. Would I? Probably. My oldest son would be the forklift driver. My youngest son would be like, hoist me up. Let's go. It's also National Call Your Doctor Day. Probably a good idea to always call the doctors and stay on top of your health. Good morning, Caden. You want to come say hi to everyone? Again, 2 days in a row, you're coming to the studio and you're not going to say hi? He's a little under the weather. Still. Are you feeling better? You are feeling better, but not going to school today? Did Kipton go to school? All right. Kipton's going to school, but he's not going. My in-laws coming to town, like I said, tomorrow. And my mother-in-law gets sick very easily. She's not a sickly person, but she just catches whatever is out there. So we're trying to get him better before she comes tomorrow. Are you going to be better before Gigi gets here? Yeah. Yeah, he will. Hey, by the way, it's National Making Life Beautiful Day. I like that. Let's make life beautiful. We do it together every morning with Wake Up with Witcher. By the way, it's 7:30 this morning. Just checking that time. It's National German Chocolate Cake. Any German chocolate cake lovers out there? Not so much me. National Corn on the Cob Day. Now, that's a day I can get in on. Speaking of national holidays, yesterday was a National Iced Tea Day. Had some iced tea. Posted on social media. I was going to take the boys to go get yesterday was Black Cow Day, too, if you recall. That's Root Beer Float Day. I was going to try to get the boys root beer floats, and then I just got so busy trying to clean and get everything done and whatnot. So didn't get a chance to do that. But it's National Corn on the Cob Day, and tonight sounds like a perfect night for corn on the cob. It was actually kind of the college clean out yesterday at the household. We have a bunch of knickknacks. Didn't know what to make. So I had some frozen chicken breasts. I threw those in into the pressure cooker, not the pressure washer, the pressure cooker. My kids had free McDonald's sandwiches. So while my frozen chicken was cooking in the pressure cooker, because I wanted to make some shredded chicken, I took them down to McDonald's and got them their free sandwiches. Came back, the chicken was done. Put in a bunch of barbecue sauce, had some potatoes, some tortillas, and I had some cilantro rice. And I made like barbecue tacos. They actually turned out pretty good. Not bad for a little college clean out, would you say? We've had some great photos coming in, by the way. Tammy's always outdone herself, but also we've got some great photos. This one. How about this one? Aw, look at that. Now, Kimberly, they're some cuties. So this one was sent in by Tammy, and Tammy says, "Hey, Mike, Kimberly wanted me to send these to you of her grandkids. They're awesome. Kimberly, cute little grandkids right there. You've got your hands full. That is no doubt for sure. Let's see. We got another, let's see. We've got, Katrina, you're going to make us all jealous. By the way, this is from Katrina enjoying, I believe you go to Cherokee Lake. I think you said Cherokee. Don't quote me on that, but I think you said Cherokee Lake. That, my friends, is what it's all about. I love me the lake. You like the lake too, huh, Bear? Yeah. The lake is amazing. So, Katrina, thank you for sharing that through the Witcher's Pictures link on the East Tennessee Weather app. How about this one? For Friday, this was a sunset Friday night in Washburn. Why Friday night, Tammy? Tammy, Friday night, but it's a good one. Let's throw this one up there. Nice picture coming in from Washburn, Granger County. Thanks to Tammy for sharing that one. We had a couple good ones. Let's see. We've got another one from Tammy. I love these. I love the crepuscular rays. Say that 10 times fast. Boom. God's rays, if you will. Crepuscular, anti-crepuscular. Get the little shadows from the clouds. That's what you get there. That's why the rays look like that. Little shadows from the clouds. Isn't that cool? Those are cool. Great shots, Tammy. We had another couple good ones. Ooh, here's a good one. This is Chris. Chris is on here still, I think. If he's not gone to work yet. Chris, we got to read the caption on this one. The caption on this one says, oh, okay. Well, the picture was taken from 2016 from the Windjammer Cafe on Royal Caribbean's Freedom of the Seas. Was proud of this one. Love the sunset, he says. Love the sunset over the ocean. He says, not sure of the quality, but it's worth a shot. Full quality right there, Chris. Just sailing away, are you? And you know what? I have to give a big shout out to Pam. Pam Jones Albright. Let me give you a round of applause. I asked for selfies, and she has delivered. Asked for selfies, and she has delivered. Come on. Oh, don't lock up on me now. There we go. Pam, thank you. She says on that photo, what does she say? Oh, that's at the Sequoia Birthplace Museum in Von Nor, Tennessee. Your husband, Jason, and you. Well, tell your hubby, Jason, I said hello. You guys are a great looking couple. Love it. Love it. And Katrina, I'll just throw another one of Katrina. She's going to make us all jealous this morning because this is like one of my favorite things. Being on the lake and the water. Look at that. Doesn't get much better than that. Great shots. Great shots. Thanks for sharing Witcher's pictures. Let's see. I think we have another one. Just going through all the ones. We've talked about those ones. I guess that is it for the time being, but great little stuff going on. Oh, great, Brian. Great idea. Always check on your pets and the neighbors when it gets hot. And thanks for the reminder. I typically talk about that kind of stuff when we get into the hot weather season. And that's why I said, help your neighbors, if they're elderly, change their air conditioner filters, get all that stuff taken care of. Now's the time to do it. And if you're looking for a heating and air person right now, my neighbor does it. Great quality work, great guy. All hours heat and air. All hours heat and air. If you need some sort of service, if you need some help, just hit me up. I'll send you his number. But he works by himself. He's a one-man band, and I know he could use the extra work probably every once in a while, although I think he's pretty covered up. But hey, listen, his name's Ryan. So if you're looking for some help, all hours, heating and air will come help you out. Yeah, it was awful inside. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up on chat here. Be careful. Always, this is the time of year. Look twice, right? Look twice for motorcycles. A cornhole tournament on Saturday and no air usually. 130 to 150 degrees inside the food truck. Liquid IV is your friend. Tom, please be safe in these hot summer days. I'm working on it, Tammy. I've just had so many gremlins that I've had to take care of. Pam Jones, you look great. Happy 50th birthday. I'm glad you feel like 30, though. Thanks a lot, Kimberly. I'm ready for the next chapter of my life. Wasn't supposed to make it past 27 years old. Well, I'm glad you made it to 40. Krista, that's amazing. You're more than welcome to share the story on here if you'd like to. You don't have to. That's true, Tom, until you can't bend over to tie your shoe, or you get out of bed and you're like, what happened? Why does my back hurt? I don't know what just happened. Yeah, see, that's what Buck's saying. Things start to break down. I broke down at 50 and still breaking. Thank you, Tammy. Yeah, I'm excited. Not one of my favorite bands. Not that I don't like the Stones. Love the Stones. But that's probably not one of the first kinds of music I put on when I come into the studio every morning. I actually usually put on some deep house. Without usually words, because I'm reading stuff. I don't like words and music and stuff like that when I'm reading. Thank you, Eva. I appreciate it. Ooh, yeah, not good. Not good. I've had a lot of friends. Actually, believe it or not, I've had several friends. Remember back in January, I lost one of my best friends due to a massive heart attack. 43 years old. Yeah, that's why I got to take care of your tickers. Got to take care of those tickers. Get out and exercise. Walk. Don't be complacent, Don't be sitting around and doing everything. Ooh, Chris has grown corn. If you like German chocolate cake. Now, I love like rum balls and rum cake all day long. Love rum cake. I will say, ooh, yes, that's true. Good thought there. We'll have to say we've got a couple more selfies to share. I didn't see this one, but here it is. This is Katrina. So everyone say hi to Katrina. That's what she looks like. Hey, Katrina! Glad you're enjoying the lake. I need a boat in my life. And we also just had one posted by Felicia. My selfie meeting my favorite demon from Supernatural. How about this? There's Katrina. That's a cool photo. She just posted that through the Witcher's Pictures link. I don't know how long ago you posted that, but I just got it. Like, I don't know when did you post that? 7:36 this morning. It's 7:40. Awesome stuff right there. Awesome stuff. See you, Buck. Have a good one, man. And Lee, you are a champ, my friend. And you look good as well. Look amazing. All right. Ooh. Might try rum cream in St. John's if they have it. Better than Bailey's. Ooh, that sounds good. I might have to do that there. Oh, man, I think we've gotten through everything. Have we gotten through everything? I think we have. We've done pictures and holidays and traffic and weather and coffee talk. So you know what that means. It's about time to wrap things up. About time to wrap things up this morning. Maybe. All right. Anyways, I sure hope you're having a great day today. Again, wake up with Witcher tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. Enjoy today. Embrace it. Because the heat and humidity will continue to build, and it's going to be toasty, roasty for sure. And then as we get into next week and whatnot, we're continuing to talk about extreme heat. So a little heat wave on the way. Heat index values could be pushing the mid to upper 90s. As I end the broadcast, we'll just play some music and also just take a few views around East Tennessee. We sure hope you have a great day. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning.
You're watching East Tennessee weather. Weather when you want it.
Good morning. Have a great Tuesday, everybody. Enjoy the day today because today's the last day before the heat and humidity really begin to build their way on into the area. We'll get to work with the forecast. We'll start you off with a couple of views from earlier this morning as the sun was getting ready to come up here. A look in downtown Gatlinburg and a gorgeous start to the day. How about what it looks like from Union County? Big shout out to folks joining us from Maynardville. And that's a camera on top of the City County Courthouse right there in Union County. And a gorgeous, crystal clear view from Blount County looking off to the southeastern sky and the Smoky Mountains. Can't go wrong with that one. How about this one? Anybody want to head off to the lakes? Today is going to be a good lake day, but also the rest of the week is going to be a great lake days as well due to the fact that the heat and humidity is going to build its way on in. And we'll end with you right there at the East Tennessee Weather Camera. A gorgeous view here to get the day started. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the forecast ahead of us here today. As we look ahead, we are talking about very hot weather to work its way back in. So I say, carpe diem, seize the day today. Enjoy the day because it will be the most comfy over the next 5 to 7 days. Wednesday, the heat and humidity begin to build on in. High pressure brings us heat, more humidity for the rest of the week and into the upcoming weekend. Saturday looks to be hot with drier air settling on in, but Sunday hotter with much more humid air. And we could be pushing heat indices down across the Southern Valley, Chattanooga area, maybe near record high temperatures, but also the possibility of heat indices pushing close to 100 degrees. It is going to be toasty. I'll show you that here in a second. So again, dew points today will stay in the low to mid 50s, a little bit higher than what it was yesterday. So if you worked outside, you noticed that the sweat factor wasn't too terribly high. Well, that sweat factor starts to increase just a little bit more throughout the day today. Temperature-wise, we're at 72 degrees by lunchtime. Count me in. Patio, sunshine, patio lunch hour. Grab a friend or a coworker or family member and just go and enjoy some lunch outside. And again, today's high temperatures will be seasonable. We'll be in the upper 70s to pockets of low 80s. So at or even slightly below average when we're talking temperature-wise. And dew points will only be in the low to mid 50s. That's going to make for a nice, comfortable evening. By 6 at 79, all the way down to 67 degrees by 10 o'clock tonight. Now things begin to change. We're going to stair-step our dew points up each and every day. Wednesday, a little bit more moisture. Thursday, a little bit more. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, look at this, dew points, tropical moisture, Gulf moisture is going to be swinging its way on into the area, and that's going to allow our dew points to climb into the mid to upper 60s. The reason why, high pressure at the surface shifts off to our southeast. That puts us on the western side, and that pumps in a lot of Gulf moisture. So that's why the dew points will be increasing. Now, this is Thursday, but notice we have a cold front to our northwest. That cold front's going to come through Friday into Saturday, and that's what brings us that just minute relief from humidity on Saturday, even though it's going to be extremely hot. Up above in the upper parts of the atmosphere, high pressure builds in from the desert southwest as we wrap up the week and get into the upcoming weekend. That's going to bring subsidence and sinking air. So high pressure at the surface pulls in the Gulf moisture. High pressure aloft brings us the sinking air and helps to warm and compress the air. When you push air down towards the earth, it can't go into the earth. It actually compresses. And when you compress air, it actually warms up. Think about pumping a bike tire as fast as you can. As you compress that air into that bike tire, your tire is actually going to heat up. Those molecules can't move as freely. So it gets a lot hotter. So let's talk heat index values. Thursday, we're going to start to see those heat index values. Here's the valley pushing the low to mid 90s. But look at all the heat. But watch this. Heat indices will continue to build as we get into our Friday. How about Saturday? Some relief. You can see the relief to our north thanks to that frontal boundary. But all that cooler, drier air doesn't necessarily move its way into East Tennessee. It actually is going to give us a little relief on Saturday. But Sunday into Monday, look at all these heat indices. So excessive heat is on the way all the way through the upcoming weekend. And minimal chances for rain. Maybe a couple pop-up showers and thunderstorms Saturday, Sunday, Monday. But that really seems to be about the extent of it. So when you look at your 3-day, your 5-day, and your 7-day rainfall outlook, we are looking hot and dry around much of our region. Temperature-wise, it's going to be a toasty, roasty one. We're pushing the low 90s. The first 90s of the season starting Thursday, lasting all the way through Monday. Again, heat indices mid to upper 90s. Low temperatures will be in the 60s and low 70s, so solid summertime nights and mornings heading our way. So check in on those current conditions every once in a while using the East Tennessee Weather app. You've got a slew of weather information helping you plan your day, talking about current conditions. We don't need the interactive radar, but check in every once in a while for your latest weather updates each and every day. I update at 6 a.m., noon, 5 p.m. and 9 p.m. Monday through Monday. How about that? Monday through Monday, 7 days a week. All right. So, by the way, if you have nothing to do tomorrow night, Wednesday night, going to be a perfect night to go listen to some live music. How about some Americana and bluegrass music? That's right. Yeehaw Brewing Company presents WDVX Summer Nights Bluegrass Summer Night Concert Series. And the second of the series is tomorrow night, Wednesday, the 12th at 7 p.m. I will be broadcasting live from Yeehaw Brewing Company just before the event starts. Then we'll be hanging out and listening to some live music. I hope to see you then. Have a great day.